We love featuring artists you should know about. And today we're heading to New York to chat with award-winning singer-songwriter Robbie Harte. Robbie just dropped her latest single, a cover of the Leonard Cohen classic, Hallelujah. We're stoked to catch up with one of our favorites on the show. Miss Robbie Harte, thanks so much for coming back on.
Thank you so much for having me. It's such a joy to be on your show again.
Well, we're talking, life's crazy. Your life has been a whirlwind the last couple of weeks. You went to Canada, you had Thanksgiving, you had a
Yep.
guest. Tell us about your special guest you had for Thanksgiving.
Well, thank you. I hope you had a nice holiday. So yes, we had Caitlin May stay with us for Thanksgiving. She's a dear friend of ours, and we had her over for Thanksgiving, and it was amazing to spend time with her, and it was just so much fun. So
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, how did that work? How did it go? How did it happen? Who brought it up?
how did it work? Okay, well, just I guess like normal friendships, right? Like, what are you doing for the holidays? Why don't you come join us? But I've known Caitlin for years. We met in 2021 when I went to the UK to perform at an award show. She was performing at the same award show, and we've been friends ever since. And it's actually more like family. We've just been such great friends. And the holidays were approaching, and we just said, "Hey, if you're not doing anything, we'd love for you to join us." And she came and visited, and it was just so much fun.
Yeah. Well, and that's cool because that was like full circle. It was your first show in the UK and it was her first show in New York City.
Yes, it was her first show, and I was so happy to see her do her debut in New York. It was actually her first time in New York, so that was awesome for her.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling she'll be back. So
Yeah, probably. You
I
just
feel
played live on Monday night. How did it go?
it was great. Thank you for asking. We played at the same show, so I played, and then she had the opening after me, and she performed right after me, and it was just nice to be on the same stage and to perform, and it was just so much fun because it was my first time performing Hallelujah since my new single drop, and it was just amazing. Thank you for asking.
Well, how is it going? Because you've had some struggles. You can only play guitar for so long. How is that going?
It's going much better. Thank you for asking. I mean, I still have some issues with it, but overall, my health has been doing much better. So I've been going out more. And as you pointed out, I went to Montreal to perform last month. And I have other things coming up in the very near future, which I can't speak to just yet, but I'm definitely sinking my teeth into more things right now because I am starting to feel much better and able to move around more. So the first thing on my mind is how do I connect with these incredible people who've been supporting me for all of these years? And how do I meet the people who inspire my stories? So I'm very driven to go back out there. And even though I do feel sometimes I have some limitations, I always look for ways around them so that I can do as much as I possibly can.
Yeah, well, yeah, nothing slows Robbie down. That's for sure. I mean, your producer Matt was playing some shows with you. Was he there Monday night, or were you doing guitar and singing?
I was doing guitar and singing. I did have a friend accompany me on Hallelujah, but it's actually funny. I was supposed to play another gig with Matt on Monday. We actually booked Rockwood Music Hall for Monday, December 2nd. I was very excited. It was going to be my debut at Rockwood Music Hall, and Matt was going to accompany me for the show. It was an hour-long show, and I was very excited. I was just about to announce it on my social media when I got an email from the venue that they were shutting down permanently, and I was crushed for myself, which obviously is a little bit selfish, but the fact that a long-standing establishment in New York who's seen so many incredible artists come through their doors just shut down is just a loss for New York in general.
Yeah,
Not just for myself. I mean, for myself, I think I'll get over it. But the mark that it had on the community, it was such a great opportunity for artists. So
yeah, that's a bummer. Well, we mentioned it. Well, first go check out Robbie. She's at RobbieHarte.com. She's on Facebook, Instagram. Go to YouTube. Check out all of her stuff. She's on Spotify. Her latest single, Hallelujah, is out now. Well, congratulations. Was this your first Josie Award win, or had you won prior?
thank you. It's actually my first, and it was such an incredible thing to win because unfortunately I couldn't be at the ceremony due to other things that I couldn't avoid. So, excuse me, circumstances I couldn't avoid. So unfortunately I couldn't be there in person. But a lot of friends of mine who were at the ceremony were texting me and calling me, telling me that I had won. So I was like over the moon, not only to know that I won, but all these people were cheering for me when I couldn't be there. That was the most incredible feeling. But the award that I won, I can show it to you, was for Music Video of the Year, and it was for Sticks and Stones performance focused. And the reason this is so special to me is Sticks and Stones was recorded and released after my car accident. It was like really, really soon after my car accident. I still couldn't really sing. I couldn't take in breath. I was in agony just breathing. It was such a very difficult time for me. But I had to get the song out because it was just so personal. There's a fire under me to like release the song. And when it came time to record the video, I was so reluctant because after my car accident, I was extremely swollen. I had multiple procedures, which also added to additional swelling. And I didn't look or feel like myself. I mean, I looked in the mirror, literally did not look like me whatsoever. But I said, I cannot release a song like Sticks and Stones and say something like I did in the song, like you can't break me with these bones, so keep throwing your sticks and stones, and not show my face. Because I'm like, that's like saying something and hiding behind a screen. I can't do that. So I decided reluctantly to do a music video for the song, and I won the award for that video. And it's extra sweet for me because it reminds me that everything we go through is just a blip of time in our life. And even though at the time we think, oh, it's a terrible representation of me or something, now that I look back at it, it's like the song that says, like, I'm here and I survived all of that. And I'm still here and I'm singing this song and I'm doing this music video. So there you go. And then I won the award for it. And that was just extra special because it took all the doubt that I had on a personal level for recording it and said, I was meant to do this because it was meaningful and other people got that. So I was extremely grateful and I felt so proud to win that award.
Yeah, go check it out on YouTube, Sticks and Stones by Robbie Harte. Well, it's funny. Before the interview, I interviewed Robbie a couple years ago, and in the Too Pretty to Be Home video, there's a little nugget in there that you gotta look. You gotta look real close. Robbie's got, I don't know what it is. She's a collector. I don't know what this is. An infatuation with Scotch tape. And before this interview, here it is. There it is. Bam. A roll of Scotch tape, but you have to go watch Too Pretty to Be Home so you can see like the collection of Scotch. It's just real fast. But another reason to go check out.
Yes, thank you.
When did this start? I mean, how did this start?
Well, I don't know. I think that I've probably always done this, and I just wasn't conscious of it. Like, I think it used to be. Pardon me for a second for the people who are listening. I'm just grabbing some paper. Okay, I think it started out doing this, like, and playing with bits of paper and like playing with bits of paper, but it left a terrible mess. And everywhere I would go, there'd be these little shriveled up pieces of paper. And I was like, yeah, that's not very convenient. And one day, I don't know how I discovered it, but I was playing with a piece of Scotch tape and I'm like, oh, this is tacky. I like it, you know? And so, and I can't tell you how many times he's laughing at me. I can't tell you how many times I've been somewhere and somebody's like, anybody have a piece of tape? And I'm like, I do. I do.
As a matter of fact, I have a couple rolls right here on me.
Rolls in my pocketbook. It comes in handy more times than I can tell you. So, you know, I have tried to contact Scotch brand and tell them that I'm like in love with their products and that I feature them in my videos and stuff. And, you know, I'm like looking for an endorsement. And so if anybody has connections with Scotch brand, you know, not the drinking Scotch, the tape, the 3M kind, but, but, you know, some people play with fidgets. Yeah. Yeah, you know, some people play with fidgets. I like Scotch tape. So there you have it. My secret is out.
Yeah. Well, go check out Robbie. She's at RobbieHarte.com. She's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. Hallelujah. The brand new single, the Leonard Cohen Classic, is out now, and you're going to hear it here in a few minutes. Well, we talked about how you're doing physically, but you told me you're doing this lymphatic drainage massage, and it's actually really working. So this is good. How's it going?
Honestly, it's been amazing. In the last 2 years since my car accident, I've had so many procedures. I've had my nerves burnt off. I've had epidurals. I've had all kinds of like skull injections and all these different things that helped very, very minimally. And I've done therapy, acupuncture, and cupping, as we spoke about on other occasions. But the lymphatic drain massage was amazing because I think it released fluid that was trapped in certain tissue area. And I can actually turn my head now. I couldn't do this like 3 months ago. I could not do this. I could not do that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I could not turn my head from side to side. For the people who are listening at home, I'm like just saying, I couldn't do this. So I couldn't lift my head up and down or move my head from side to side. And now I can, and I feel so much better about it. I still have headaches and I still have neck pain, but it's not like what it was. And I'm so grateful because...
How did you find this? Who told you about this?
Well, I was going for another kind of massage, trying to relieve the pressure on the nerve pain because I still have severe nerve pain. And I think they mentioned that they do that kind of a massage there. And I said, ooh, that's interesting to me because I believe that energy is so important in healing. And sometimes when things get trapped in one spot or when, like, fluid is trapped, it can have effects on your body. And I felt so much better. I felt so much better. It's really helps me walk properly. Like I used to have a really bad limp when I walked for a very long time. And I feel like I'm walking straighter and I'm not limping as much unless like the pain gets really, really bad. Then of course I can't help it. But I have a lot more range of motion like that than I did before. I'm really grateful because any bit of improvement affects your overall health, your point of view, how you see things. When you're in chronic pain for years and years and years and you kind of don't see anything change, you kind of accept that that's how it's going to be forever and you just deal with it. But when you have that little spark for feeling some improvement, it's hope. It's like something's changed, something else can happen, and one positive thing just leads into another. So I'm just going with it, and I hope that it continues.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hope it does too. That's awesome that you found something that's working. That's
Thank you. Well,
that's
you
good.
always have to try things and you can never give up hope because think just like our minds are constantly evolving and growing, our bodies change too. And you just never know how you're going to react to something. Even if you've tried it in the past, sometimes it's worth trying it again.
Yeah. Well, hallelujah. I mean, how does this come about? I mean, this is a classic. You love this song. Do you just say, okay, I'm going to cover this for the holidays, or what happened?
Well, it's a loaded question because there's a lot there. First of all, I've always loved the song. I've always loved performing the song. It's something that connects with me in a very deep soul level. When I first started singing 16 years, well, after my injury from 16 years ago. So when I first started singing in 2017, this was the first song I wanted to sing. I wanted to be able to sing this song
Wow.
because this song soothed me through so many nights when I couldn't sleep and I was in so much pain and I just felt so devastated. I mean, I would listen to Jeff Buckley on repeat for hours and hours at a time and just listen to his breathing on the song. But more importantly, I feel like this song means so much to so many different people. I feel like there's a different interpretation to different people. Some people find it religious, some people find it spiritual, some people it's just a cry or a scream of help, or some people it's a release. And for me, it's very spiritual and it comes from my soul. And I just really wanted to share my rendition and I wanted to share it. And this time of the year, especially, the world itself is in a difficult place, but during the holidays, I think a lot of people are searching for meaning or hope or a positive message or a soulful message. And I felt this was a great time to release the song.
Yeah.
And,
How,
sorry,
oh,
go ahead.
well,
I'm sorry.
I mean, how does it? I mean, you said on your Facebook post this was a labor of love. I mean, you had a whole conglomerate of people work on this for you, and with you. First, a couple things. The steel guitar. This is this Ant's kid?
No, I don't
No, it's
think
just the same
so.
name. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh,
I was,
that's right. No, he lives in New Jersey. No,
okay.
he
I
lives
was
in
like,
New
wow, I didn't know
Jersey.
he played steel guitar.
Yeah, that would have been really cool. I didn't even put the connection together. So first of all, when I told Matt that I wanted to, Matt is my producer, Matt Anthony. When I told him I wanted to record a cover of the song, and I said to him, "Am I crazy to want to record this song?" Because as an artist, when you do a cover song, a lot of the times you get pushback, especially if there's a song like this that is so well loved by so many people, and there are so many incredible renditions of the song. People say, "Why would you even try to do a cover of the song?" But when I looked at releasing the song, it wasn't to improve upon the song or to do something different. It was just to share what was in my soul. And Matt said, "You know what? We've performed the song together live and people just love it." And he said, "You do the song in your way and people love it." He's like, "You really should release it." And so I said, there's things that I'd love to have on the song. And he suggested the pedal steel guitar. I wanted to have the fiddle, and it was just amazing how it all came together. So he knows a pedal steel guitar player out of New Jersey whose name is Michael Levine, not Ant's son, from what I can tell. And he contacted him. He played on there, and then he said, it would be really cool if we can have another female doing background vocals. I typically do my own background vocals. And he said, I know somebody that I'm going to ask. And it was Jessica Lynn Whitty. who has an incredible voice. But I just thought of her because I was speaking to somebody else who mentioned she did vocals for Trey Calloway. I said, I'm going to ask Jessica because that would be great. Her voice is so amazing. So she came on for background vocals, and we were talking about a fiddle player, and there's a local music store owner, Sound Beach Music here in New York, who plays fiddle. And I asked Brian, I said, Brian, I'd love to have you play on my songs. So he did as well. And it was just so amazing to have all these different people play on the song, because I feel like with each person who added to it, they brought their energy, they brought a part of them, they brought their take on the song, which was so beautiful. It was just so meaningful to me because I know how I feel about the song and how I wanted it to come out. And I feel like it all came together beautifully, and Matt did an incredible job mixing it and really bringing out the best in everybody's part.
Yeah, it's great. Well, and Jessica's in Washington, so how did that work? I guess obviously she went to a studio there. She did it at her house, send you the stuff.
She recorded it and flew it to my producer, and we do that typically when we're doing things remote or with people who are like far away. So that was done remotely, but she was able to send those in, and everybody did like a great job. So I'm so proud of how it turned out.
Yeah, it's amazing. Wait till you hear it here in a few minutes.
Thank you.
How does it work with a cover? Do you have to ask anyone to do it? How does the
Absolutely.
rights work? How?
Absolutely. So when you record a cover song, you need to have a license, a mechanical license to reproduce the song and do a cover of the song. So you do need to ask permission, and you need to have it before you upload your song to the distributors. And you have to just make sure that you do it the right way, because it's not something you don't want to do the right way, out of respect for the original songwriter and for the people who worked on the song. You want to make sure that you do that and you ask permission. This is probably the third cover song that I've done over the years. And I think it's so special to choose one that you have a connection to, because I feel like it makes the process so much more special.
Yeah. Well, and was it Celia that did the cover of this? Well, this is amazing. Whose idea was this?
So Celia is actually the videographer production company who did my video for Sticks and Stones.
Okay.
We worked together on that project, and I really enjoyed working with her. I thought she had great energy, and she was an excellent communicator on set. It was just fun to work with her. So when I was thinking of this project, I immediately thought of Celia. And I said, Celia, I want to record a video for Hallelujah. This is my vision. This is the location. And she loved the idea. And we recorded a video, which is going to be coming. I haven't announced it yet. So nice. You kind of have a little scoop there. But the photo cover was done on the video shoot.
Okay. Wow.
So it's at the location. We shot at a gorgeous location, which I feel so blessed to have been able to shoot at. And it was just such a beautiful evening to be able to record this very, very beautiful song there. So I hope people enjoy the video when it comes out.
I can't wait, because you always find the best locations.
You know what? Thank you for saying that. Everything I do, I try to put thought into, and I always want it to be meaningful to what I'm doing, the story I'm telling. In this particular case, I think the song tells the story itself, so it didn't need much in terms of a scene and acting out a background. I think it just needed something classic and beautiful but simple, because the song tells the story itself, and it doesn't need anything that's going to take away the beauty from the song.
No.
In my opinion. And and I think it was about the song in this particular case, and just being honest to the song and being true to the meaning of the song. So I'm really happy with how the location and everything turned out, and I can't wait for everybody to see it, just because it really was meaningful for me. And like you said, the locations, I'm very lucky in the fact that I get to record my music videos at special locations, because that means to me that I always have a personal connection to the location, and forever and ever I'll always feel very proud that I had those opportunities.
Yeah. Wow. Well, yeah, I can't wait to see the video.
Thank you.
Go check her out, Robbie Harte. She's at RobbieHarte.com. She's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Go to Spotify, check out all of her other stuff, and go and stream. Hallelujah. It's out now. Well, I mean, you're outside of New York. Is there any better place for Christmas than New York City? I mean, how is it? Because I think you were at some little red barn. You went to the tree place. I mean, you get around. How's it looking right now?
Well, The Little Red Barn is gorgeous all year round. It's my friend Kate's farm. That's actually where I recorded the video for Reason to Rise.
Yeah.
So we'll give her a plug there. Her barn is absolutely amazing. It's so beautiful. And in the winter, they do a Christmas scene where people can go and take photos, and you can bring your family and do like a photo session, which is adorable. And it's so welcoming. And my daughter also does work at with Kate's farm. They do they bring the ponies for pony rides at the Santa's Christmas Tree Farm in Cutchogue, which is a little bit further out east, and it's all a Christmas village. It's like you go, there's a skating, there's hot cocoa, there's Santa, and there's a Christmas shop. It's very, very adorable. And you can cut your own Christmas tree, and it's just very Christmassy. But New York City, we were in the city last week, and it was so beautiful. We unfortunately didn't get to see the tree lit, but hopefully we'll get a chance to go and see it before the holidays are over.
Yeah. You mentioned your daughter. Do you have her Christmas present yet?
I do not. And she's sitting about 6 feet away from me, so she's probably like, wait, what? Well, I think I've done that once where I told on air, I was speaking to you on air about her birthday, her Christmas gift before I think I gave it to her. And I was like, oh my gosh, I hope she's not listening.
Yeah. Don't let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, I can't do that this year, you know.
Yeah. Well, now it's not there yet. So you're all right. I mean,
Yeah.
How's the cowboy hat collection going?
It's great. Thank you. I don't think I could ever have enough cowboy hats. I love cowboy hats. I am wearing my lucky cowboy hat for anybody who's watching or people who are listening. My parents bought me this hat for my birthday, probably 2 or 3 years ago now. And I just wear it all the time because I feel like they're with me when I wear it and I miss home. So, but I have about 27 hats.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I do. I have about 27 hats. And I like to wear them all. I like to try to give them equal screen time, but I tend to always wear the same one. And I love this one so much, I bought the same one in brown. So
nice. Well,
I
you have
love
a
that.
bass guitar on the wall behind you?
I do. Dennis got me that. He actually got me that one and the electric one right after my accident. I couldn't play my acoustic guitar because I couldn't hold my arm out at all.
Oh.
And he knew I was going crazy not being able to play. So he was somewhere one day where he found those 2 guitars. He was able to get them, and he brought them home because the electric is so skinny I can stick it directly under my arm, so I was able to play. Yeah.
Well,
And
Hallelujah's out now. We always know you got something in the cooker. I mean, we got more singles. What's happening?
Well, I never do telegraph my next move, so you're going to have to wait, but I promise I will tell you as soon as I possibly can, just because things change in a heartbeat and I never want to have to walk something back. But I am working on a bunch of things, which I cannot wait to share with you guys. And I will absolutely let you know. You'll be among the first to know as soon as I possibly can share.
Yeah, and go and follow her. Go and like
And
her.
you did get a scoop. I mean, I told you about the video, which I haven't
I do have a
sent
scoop.
you yet.
Have you seen the video?
Have I seen it? I've seen one of the cuts of the video. So
Okay. So Robbie hasn't.
wait,
even
have you seen the video? Wait, have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it either, but I will soon enough. We all will, hopefully.
Yeah,
soon enough.
exactly.
And hopefully Robbie will be out to Wyoming next year.
Well, you know what? I was just making a revised list of all of the places that I want to go in this coming year, and Wyoming is at the very top. So I tried to make it last summer and it just didn't work out. I'm a firm believer that things don't work out. They're not meant to be at that time. And when things are meant to be, they'll fall right into place. So I'm absolutely certain that the right time is right around the corner. And I would love to come to Wyoming and see you guys and connect with all of your community and all of the incredible people who've been supportive of my music since the get-go. You have given me support from like day one. And I will never, ever forget that. So I'm very grateful for your continued support.
Yeah, go and support her. RobbieHarte.com. It's HARTE. She's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. She's everywhere. Go to Spotify and check her out and stream her latest single, Hallelujah. Go and buy it. Go and support her. Support indie artists. We love Robbie Harte. Robbie, thanks so much. Happy holidays.
Thank you so much. Have an amazing holiday. It was amazing to see you. Thank you so much.
Yes, here it is. Hallelujah by Robbie Harte. CBJRadio.com.